Today we're going to do the boys' Pilgrim hat. For this we will need to have a pattern. You can download that at Pamela'sPreschool.com. Once you've done that, you will need to have your paper sack, a pencil, scissors, skinny tape, wide tape, a glue stick, paintbrush, and a dark color of paint. You also need to have some gold cardstock for the buckle. Alright, so now you've downloaded the pattern, you've cut it out on a paper sack. You'll need a large paper sack to do this. You'll want to do it on the side that does not have the logo of the department store that you got it from. But it's kind of stiff, so that works really well. This is the brim, and the pattern also has the top of the hat for the boy. We are going to do this right now. As you notice, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. These are fold lines. We're going to start with the side folds. We want to fold those as exactly as possible. This is the part that the teacher does before the children arrive. It's kind of an involved project. And we want to do this side. As you can see, there is a fold from the paper sack, which makes it a little more complicated, but it's doable. Crease that with your fingernail. Make that nice and tight. Okay, this is the sides of the hat. Now we're going to do the top. There we go, and that's what it looks like in the back. This is a very important part. It goes underneath the rim of the hat, but it will not fit properly like this. It will not go around the curve. So we need to slit all the way to this line. I'll show you how that's done. Make sure you don't go past the line. That's where the hat brim and the hat top will meet. Okay, you can see that the lines, the flaps are cut all the way to the line, and I did several of them so that I can get it around that curve. And it will fit under like this. Since this is not a natural configuration for a paper sack to be in, we need to do it a little bit at a time, and I'm using the small tape for this. I've got some pre-cut pieces here that I'll be using. I hold one of the flaps as I go around the hat brim, and I will tape that just to make sure it's stable. We'll have to do this by degrees. And then I've got a second piece. Oops. And this will happen when you're doing it too, because it likes to move around, but this tape is easy to disengage, so you can go ahead and reposition it if you get in some problems there. I'm trying to hold it so that I can go ahead and tape this without losing the tapes that I already put on. And there's a little one at the end that we can't forget. That's an important part. This top part does get quite a bit of stress as the children take it on and off. Okay, 3 more pieces to attach. If you're right-handed, you'll notice that one of the sides is more difficult than the other. Same thing if you're left-handed. You have a little more advantage with the side that is your dominant hand. Okay, let's see if that ended up being right. That looks good. Okay, we will also want to have tape put at the back of the hat to tack down the pieces that we folded previously, like so. Now you can make this as secure as you'd like it to be. It doesn't really matter how much tape you put on. At this point, I sometimes use the wide tape because it covers more area and takes less fiddle factor. But make sure all of the flaps are down. And then I have a little extra piece. This is in the pattern where we fold it over a few times and it's quite strong. This will give it some stability across this part. I'm going to cut off some wide tape for that. And it can be crooked as long as it's in the back holding on. And you can cover this whole surface with the wide tape if it makes it more secure for you. All right, now it's the time for the children to paint their hat. I did mine a blue because the Pilgrims did wear blues and blacks and whites and yellows. So once it's all painted, it will look something like this. And the last thing to do is put on the buckle, which you see is here. You'll do that with the glue stick, just a light layer around the back. This is what the buckle looks like. So glue on the back and stick it on, and it's ready to be worn. Now there is one thing that you will be concerned about because you want it to fit the child's head. So here we are looking at the back. If a little boy is wearing this and his head's very small, the way that you will adjust it is to fold it like this and match the edges, crease along here, staple it until it fits him snugly. And he will have a lot of fun playing with this.